Alright, it's Gabe Ducks, and I have a question for all the leftist liberals out there. Why is it that white guys are the butt of every joke that you guys have? I mean, seriously, you only ever make fun of white guys who are white, conservative, and love their country. The patriots. You only make fun of white patriots nowadays. And that doesn't make any sense. Why is it you are shaming, shunning, and making fun of a patriot? I mean, the only thing that they love is their family, their country, and their God, in that order. I mean, hell, they're some of the nicest people you'll ever meet if you actually take the time to sit down and break bread with them. I mean, same can be said for most black folk, too. Some of the nicest people you could ever meet if you just take time to sit down and break bread with them. But then again, that's all kind of regional. I know what you're saying. What do you mean by that? I mean, you'll find more bad people. People who aren't good, you know? Thieves, murderers, rapists, etc. You'll find all those in the big cities. Like Detroit, New York, Los Angeles. I don't know if Detroit and New York are the same thing, you know? I'm not really that educated on cities. I could care less about that. When I just look at that crime rate and think, Jesus Christ, I'm glad I live in fucking Alaska. Fuck, I think the largest city in Alaska is, what, Fairbanks? And even then, that fraction of the size of Manhattan Island. Why is it that you liberal leftists claim to be so open-minded about different opinions, but yet you reject, deny, and downright shun anyone with a conservative opinion? You cancel them. You rely on corporations like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, corporations that you have paid, bribed, and bought to silence us in our digital town squares. That doesn't make any sense. How can you say you are some of the most accepting and open-minded political people if you aren't? If you are just the opposite? I mean, hell, you can't even answer a damn question when it's a yes or no question. You always say some random stuff like, the state of the current, that's all you say. I mean, it's a yes or no answer. I don't give a damn about some random bullshit number that you're pulling out of your ass. I don't know, I know. Keep it PG, keep it PG. You're going to get demonetized. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this that way my voice can be heard a little. I mean, as a 17-year-old, don't really have a lot of power and political sway. It's irritating. But oh well. Another thing that irritates me. Why is it that you liberal leftists say, down with the big corporations, down with big oil, down with the gun manufacturers, down with the big corporations, but yet you support corporations like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Disney. Things that distract us, silence us. And you constantly attack the companies that preserve our freedoms, like our oil industry. Without America's oil industry, we would not have the finances to preserve our freedom. Without America's oil industry, we wouldn't be able to pay for the bullets that are used to supply our troops. Without America's oil industries and the people who pay those taxes in the oil industries, there wouldn't be America. And when I say that, I'm serious. Without our weapons manufacturing companies, without our oil industries, America would not exist. Whether you like it or not, weapons and oil are the blood of freedom. An armed population are the bones of freedom. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Why is it that you want to control guns and cancel all these big corporations that preserve our freedoms? It seems like the only laws you want to change are the laws that preserve our freedoms and prevent government from ruling. The government is not there in America to rule over America. The government is there to serve the American citizen, serve our needs, sign all the deeds, and make sure that the government has finances. That's it. They're supposed to be the bankers of our country, our civil servants, our figureheads. But the only thing they are is puppets of the corrupt. And the fact that a 17-year-old has more common sense than the current sitting American president is scary. I mean, whenever I see Joe Biden speak nowadays, he only speaks like an echo chamber. He always says the same things. Infrastructure, gun control, be more accepting of the LGBTQ community. That doesn't make any sense. What does the LGBTQ community give back to my community? What are they giving to my community? Because so far, only thing that I have gotten from the LGBTQ community is spit on. Literally. Fucking LGBTQ protesters spit on me because I was wearing a Let's Go America fucking hat. Make America great again. That's what was on the hat. One of those red Trump ones. I got spit on for wearing that. What the fuck? I mean, could you imagine if I went up and spit on a person who was wearing a rainbow hat? Because I don't like LGBTQ. Yeah, I don't like them. Not because they're gay, it's because they force their sexual preferences out into the public. They force their fetishes and their weird stuff out in the public. And you're not supposed to do that. That's something that you do behind closed and locked doors with your significant other. That's a private matter, man. So I don't need to see you wearing body paint and tape in the fucking main street. That's public. Dress for public. I mean, Jesus Christ, just put on some fucking clothes. I could care less what writing you have on the clothes. Just put some on, dude. I mean, I don't get how that's empowering, how being naked is empowering. That makes no sense to me. I mean, you think it'd be the exact opposite. Because if you're naked, it's easier for a bullet or a knife to pierce you. At least just my opinion on that. God damn. I mean, if I were to say all this in public, God knows what might happen. I might even have a gay lynch mob come and get me. I'm not saying a lynch mob that's strictly after gays. I'm saying a lynch mob made up of gays. Kill the conservative! That's what they're fucking shouting 24/7. That don't make no sense. Why is it that the left side of the political spectrum can say to hell with the right side, but the right side can't say to hell to the left side? I mean, last time I checked, it was the Democrats, the liberals, who gave the world nuclear technology. You're probably asking, what am I talking about? Didn't we give nuclear technology to some Middle Eastern country? I think it was Iraq or Iran. The Iraqis. Didn't we give that to them in the Obama administration? The second worst administration ever. Right next to the Biden administration. And right above the Nixon. Jesus Christ. People still call Barack Hussein Obama one of the greatest presidents in American history. No, he wasn't. Jesus Christ. He drained our emergency pandemic stockpile. The American emergency stockpile of masks, antibiotics, stuff that we ran out of during COVID. Yeah, he drained that during the Ebola scare. I think it was in his first term. What, back in 2008? Damn. I still don't get how he got 2 terms. I mean, I get it. He was the shiniest of 2 turds. Good God. So far in the 20th century, the president has been the shiniest of 2 turds. Barack Obama, Donald Trump. I don't get how Joe Biden was shinier than Donald Trump. Oh, wait, no, I kind of get that. It's easy when there's a bunch of mail-in ballots. Blah, blah, blah. That's another thing. Why is it they're pushing mail-in ballots? That's stupid. Anyone could sign that fucking piece of paper. There's no insurance policy to that. I mean, god damn. I mean, we can't have the voting system be digital. Can't have the vote counters be digital. Can't have anything regarding the fucking election be digital nowadays. I know what you're saying. What do you mean we can't have it be digital? Too easy to hack. It's too easy to install some type of malware to mess something up. Good God. And always have in-person voting. To hell with this pandemic. I have had COVID once. Wait, no, twice if you count the Omega variant, whatever the fuck it was. I'm sorry, Fauci has lied so much, backtracked so much, I can't tell what's fact and fiction now. I mean, hell, I don't even think he knows what's fact and fiction. And we've all seen that documentary. I don't even get how he got a documentary when he was one of the ones that funded the gain-of-function research. That doesn't make any sense. But, oh well, I'm just an American citizen. It's not my place to say that doesn't make sense. Well, I thought it was. I mean, isn't the power to the people for the people? So, why now is it that you can say my opinion is stupid, but I can't say their opinion is fucking stupid? God, I'm sidetracked right now. Let's see how it is. Insulting politicians. God. I'm not even going to talk about that scarecrow called Nancy Pelosi. Jesus Christ, I've never seen anyone more anti-America than Nancy Pelosi. More hypocritical than Nancy Pelosi. I mean, Jesus Christ. She was saying stay the fucking doors during the fucking 2001. But yet she went and got a fucking haircut at a salon. I mean, good God, that takes some fucking balls. It takes some big balls to just say everyone stay the fucking doors and then go and get a haircut at a public salon. That tells me the Democratic politicians were never worried about the pandemic. Want to know what they were worried about? They were worried that people would stop focusing on the pandemic and start focusing on the election. I mean, it's kind of funny how Dr. Fauci funded the research. He was probably funded by liberal left. And, let's see, what else? Oh yeah, then suddenly during one of the biggest and most influential elections in the 20th century, suddenly there's an epidemic. And suddenly a lot more radical laws were pushed through, like the mail-in ballots. The stupidest thing in history. I mean, if we had mail-in ballots during the Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump